Hey, yeah, that was a mad thing. Yeah, I apologize, family tree. I apologize. Yeah, yeah, mad thing, mad thing, mad thing. Apologize. I don't know what happened. I clicked the wrong. Actually, I do know what happened. I clicked the wrong button. So I've actually sent you the link. If you guys can see it, if you lot in the other chat, clearly you can see it now. So I'm live on this one. Please go to this link, and if you want to actually jump in to the old school link, okay, if you click the old school link, all right, you would find, okay, you would find, and you want to jump in with this one, yeah, you literally, no, that's not it, that's not it. Let me see if I can get it for you. Basically, if I can get you guys the other link, and you lot go there, basically. And then once you go there, oh no, that will start a new show. Okay, once you go there, basically, if you click that old school link in the description box of the last video, all right, then hopefully, yeah, I will be able to send you the link for this show. Okay, I will send you the link for this show. So once you go into that other video, that other live stream link, okay, if you go into the other live stream link, which you should be able to click onto, you would be able to get the link for this new show. So please try to go in there and click onto it, and then you lot would be able to be present. Manla and Sarah, I see you in the other chat as well. So I'm just trying to share it out to all of you guys, so you lot can be involved. So yeah, I'm just continuing the conversation that I had last thing. And let me know, I'm asking you guys for help. Okay, I'm asking you guys for help. If you, oh yeah, hit up the like button, please, family. Hit up the like button. Let everybody know that I'm still live again. I've come back into the mix. I literally hit the stop sharing. I thought I was hitting the stop sharing button. I hit the stop broadcasting button. So my apologies. So yeah, in there, yeah, I clearly was going through certain things that somebody was writing up. Let me just refresh everybody's minds. So I was going through all of this. I was talking about, this person's written an argument that God is the unification of three components. Yes, I agree with that. Tick, you will get a great tick for that for reviewing the video. That the consciousness is a central part of this unification. I would say false is the oasis or the homoesis, which is the essence. That's the unification point. So that's false. This is half right, half wrong, basically based upon you're going off this premise, you're drawing a conclusion from that. So if you didn't utilize that to draw this conclusion, you would be right to say that two integral parts of this unification definitely is speech, and definitely is well, the next part here should be wisdom. Spirit, yeah, you should be his spirit or his wisdom would be correct. Then after that, I went into the Christian academics with integrity will openly tell you that they believe the Father, the Son, the Holy Spirit to be three entities. I said, I don't know about the word entities, but definitely hypostasis. I would agree with you. With independent wills, which destroys Kalam's contention here. And I'll say, no, that's false. No Christian who knows the Trinity well would say that. And because my argument is namely the Son and the Holy Spirit do not act of their own accord. This matter is delineated by an individual with a doctorate in a relevant video who not long ago had a discussion with Muhammad Hijab. We clicked on the thing with Muhammad Hijab, and we're seeing that Brother Josh is actually in line with what Kalam is saying. So sometimes I wonder, like when I think like, okay, people are saying that, oh, Cal, you're wrong. And there's loads of Muslims saying, Cal, you're wrong. I'm like, okay, are you like, is it me that's really wrong? Or is it just, certain Muslims don't understand what I'm saying and, draw false conclusions. So I'm actually opening it up for everybody, and I'll try again to like literally post out the link to everybody. If you lot can join me, I don't know how you lot would be able to join me, but if you can join me and help to fact check me. Okay, literally help to fact check me, because I want to learn. I personally want to learn. Like if so many people are saying, yo, Cal, you're wrong, all right, cool, I've heard that I'm wrong. Okay, but now let's prove to me or educate me where I'm wrong, because so far all I'm seeing is, no, Cal, you're not actually wrong, you're not actually wrong, but I'm like, no, but Cal, be humble. Yeah, you have a biased perspective is yourself. So, how do you fact check yourself? Come on now, you're biased, right, Cal? I'm like, no, generally speaking, I know how to be objective. I know how to take myself outside of myself and look into myself and utilize introspection. And I can't find exactly where I'm wrong. And that's why I'm asking my audience members to help me, okay? My audience members to help me. If you can, just point me in the right direction. Yeah, I'm telling you now, I'm coming with a real humble spirit. I will take criticism. So if you can prove to me where I'm wrong, I will take it in 100%, 100%. Okay. Salam Kalam. What's good? Shadi Hurst. Let's quickly see who's in the building with me. Back to the Crazy People page. Mohammed Fluent. Okay, cool. All right, cool. So yeah, if you guys would like to join me and just help me to see where I'm wrong, just tell me, just tag me Titans TV, because I won't be able to keep looking back at the comment section, which I am doing right now. So if you can tell me where I'm wrong, that would be so beneficial to me, okay, for my own personal growth and benefit. Okay, so we have over 38 people tuning in right now live. If I can just get some likes up, family, get some likes up, and please drop me some comments. Okay, support me, support this channel, and support me being critical of my own self. So so far, let me just quickly go back to the video. So far, yeah, I was trying my very best. Okay, so you lot are here. Anytime you got any questions, just type Titans TV, family. Type Titans TV. So I was going through this was the last video. So if you don't want to go to the last video and click this link here, you'll find, if you click this link here, it should go through because I'm off air, and you'll find the link to this new show. The new show meaning the hangout link, so you can come behind and be upon the panel section. So in here, I've gone through this. I've taken in people's comments. I've read it. I've gone up to guys. So far, all of this I've taken into consideration so far, and I don't understand where you lot are coming from, to be honest with you. I really don't. This seemed to be like the best comment that a Muslim could make. And that's the reason why I see Dawa has copied it from the third video and put it into the first video. I'm assuming I put in the second and the fourth video and so forth. So I'm assuming that's the best comment and the best criticism so far. But I couldn't gain anything from that criticism. I still see the criticism as flawed and false, and I don't want to say it is flawed and false because I'm having an ego problem or ego crisis going on. So I'm really trying to get my members, my family members, to come in and help me out. Yeah, fire for them haters. I hear you, my brother. Sometimes you're wrong, because if a lie isn't true, there's no reason to all right, stop it. Let me come off this real quickly because I don't want to get myself into trouble. All right, so maybe I will play some of this video and then you can help me and tell me where I'm wrong also. And this is the nature. Sorry, my bad. I usually watch it twice the speed. Since I can't watch it normal speed, it's too slow for me. I'm going to do it 1.25. Basically, the nature of the person, of the entity, for example, what are the nature? What are the underlying substance? Okay. No, we're talking what defines it. Exactly. The underlying says what makes God God. Where you're having confusion, where I'm seeing when I'm seeing my Christians debating with my Muslims, yeah. Where we for 1 second. When I see my Christians debating with my Muslims, I'm thinking like you lot believe in exactly the same thing, but you lot come up with different results. What do I mean by this? Is this? Do you testify to the fact that Allah has speech? A word. Yeah, Allah speaks. Allah has speech. Yes. Allah has speech. Yes. You also testify that Allah has a spirit or soul. Allah is a spirit or soul. No, we don't testify that. We do not have any evidence that Allah is spirit or Allah is soul. Okay, does he have a nafs? Allah has a nafs. Where's the evidence for that? Because Allah has a nafs. Where's the evidence for it? So already my brother is saying, evidence, nafs. Okay. What you're doing is you're trying to look at Allah as a human being, as a person. Allah says in the Quran, there's nothing like unto Allah. Yes? And that excludes everything that you define of a human being. The reason you're doing this kalam is because you probably come from the same background as the Christians do. So when they look at God, they try to figure it out in terms of a man. And that is the reason they say that human being, God basically exists as a human being in the form of Jesus Christ. Okay. So this is God coming down, incarnating as a man. Okay, and that's the only way they can relate to God. So saying that Allah has no nafs, okay? So I'm going to go to Quran 6 verse 12, yeah? Say to whom belongs whatever is in the heavens and earth. Say to Allah, he has decreed upon himself mercy. He will surely assemble you for the day of resurrection. And then it continues, okay? When it says here, himself, it's talking about nafs. No, wait. When you say nafs, yes, do you know your nafs is basically, what is nafs? Define nafs. What do you mean? Define nafs, yeah. Nafs means your personhood, yourself, your spirit. It has various different meanings of what nafs means. Okay, go ahead. So when he says Allah himself, yes, what you're doing is you're not talking about the, what do you say? I think you're talking about the consciousness. Isn't that what you're talking about? The nafs.
not me what I'm talking about. Because that's what you are somehow trying to say, that the spirit is also nafs. The spirit is not the nafs. Yes? The nafs here is your will.
Remember that spirit is not a nafs. The nafs is a will. Okay, listen to this.
For example. Yes? That's...
I've got loads of quotes here that Allah talks about his nafs.
Yeah. So when you say nafs,
are you going to say that Allah has no nafs?
No, because the nafs that you're talking...
Does Allah have a nafs? Yes or no?
Hold on. The nafs that you're talking about, you included spirit in that, soul in that. Am I right?
Spirit or soul?
Yes.
You can translate.
Because that is not nafs.
Okay.
Allah has a will. If that is what you want to ask.
Does Allah has nafs? Yes or no?
Allah has a will.
Does Allah have a nafs? Yes or no?
If it's will, yes.
Does Allah have a nafs?
I just told you.
Yes or no?
Like I said, I didn't answer the way you want. Yes or no?
Okay.
Okay. Then the word nafs here, if that is what, if you're talking about the will, then Allah has a will.
Okay, so there is first.
And by the way, in Christianity, God and Jesus have different wills. Are you aware of that?
Okay,
so even in that sense, it doesn't work out.
Okay,
but
so
we were talking about.
Continue. Yeah. So, for example, you have in different hadiths that Allah says, "I write, I prescribe, I actually took my hand and inscribed upon my nafs." Yeah,
with His will,
mercy.
With His will. Shows the evidence. Shows where it says that nafs in this. Okay, give me the ayah. Which ayah is that?
6:12. There's quite a few of them there actually.
Yeah, but if it's a will you're talking about, then that is because. What you're trying to, what I want to get away from, or what I want to avoid, is that you're trying to use the word nafs in the same sense as spirit or soul. If it is a will, look, if you're talking about nafs in the context of a will, then yes, Allah has a will. Is that clear?
So he's equated nafs with will.
It looks like we have moved away from the original topic. The original topic is about tawheed. Can we get back to that?
What I'm saying to you is this: Allah has both a nafs, and He also has a kalam, a speech as well.
Yes.
The Christians say that Jesus is the kalam, okay, the speech, the word of Allah, right? That's what Christians say. Christians also acknowledge that the Holy Spirit, okay?
Wait, hold on. Can I just stop you there?
Go ahead.
When you say, the Christians say Jesus is the speech, Jesus Christ is the speech, are you telling me
Okay. So I just want to quickly do this with you guys. I know I've done this before. Let me quickly do this, because it seems as though, like, when we have conversations with certain Muslims, they never actually want to confirm certain things. And they love, I'm assuming they love, let's see. Do I have anything here? Nafs? I hope I do. I hope. No, do I not? Do I not? Do I not? Do I not? Okay. I know I usually have like dictionary definitions of things in my presence. Let's see if I can find something. Let's see if I can, maybe I've done it as spirit. Usually I'm good, you know. Usually I'm real good. I like to be organized and have certain things. Spirit? Going anywhere? No. Spirit. Okay. God damn. All right. I know what I'll do. I'll have to go into my Finder folders. No, that's not it. Finder. Let's see. Spirit. Let me go for nafs. Maybe nafs will work. Apologies, family. As you can tell, I'm not actually prepared. I'm just quickly fact-checking myself. And in the process of fact-checking myself, I tend to just have to fact-check other people. All right. I know usually I take a lot of screenshots. Okay, I take a lot of screenshots. Ooh, too fast. All right, let me go downwards. Nope. This shouldn't be it. Nope. It should be a dictionary definition. No. Dictionary. Nope. Still no. Nope. No. Is there anything there? Nope. But you didn't do it. Unfortunately, that's a shocker. It's an absolute shock. I know what I'll do, family. This is what I'll do. You can actually learn with me right about now. So you can go on to a dictionary. Let's see, search. Let's see, can we get nafs up? Okay, nafs. Look at this right here. We've got the word here, nafs. Okay, nafs. Can you see it? Let me see if I can make it a little bit bigger for people. Okay, there you go, nafs. This is actually the Hansware dictionary. This isn't the best dictionary, because this is a modern dictionary. But I can actually go to an elder dictionary, but it's good enough to do this. So the word here, nafs means soul, psyche, spirit, mind, human being, person, individual, inclination, liking, appetite, desire, personal identity, self. The same very he, himself, ourselves, etc., his own accord, personality, and so forth. Okay. There you go. There's all the definitions, yeah, of what a nafs mean. So I'm asking him, does Allah have a spirit? Okay, I realize or a soul. I realize, look, I know the word nafs means spirit or soul. I realize I know that. So he's not going to confirm that he has a spirit and soul. So okay, I understand. You want to play another game. I can play the Arabic game, I think, better than most people who are non-Muslims at the park. So let me actually utilize the word nafs. Okay, you have to say Allah has a nafs. Then the brother was there obfuscating, like just running around. No, if you mean by nafs will, then yes, he has a will. But nafs, no. Like, what the hell are you talking about? Like, I'm trying my very best here to say, okay, let me not utilize English. Let me help you and utilize Arabic, because at least you should know your Arabic, right? You should know your Arabic, right? And I didn't know that nafs actually means will. I didn't know that nafs mean will. I don't, where, at what point does nafs actually mean will? After all of that, actually, no, let me play back the video so you can see what I'm talking about. Because sometimes, yeah, I think to myself, is it me that's actually gone astray, yeah? Or is it everybody else around me that's trying to bamboozle people? Let's see. Okay, no, back.
What do I mean by this is this. Do you testify to the fact that Allah has speech, a word?
Yeah, Allah speaks. Allah has speech. Yes.
Allah has speech. Yes. You also testify that Allah has a spirit or soul.
Allah is a spirit or soul. No, we don't testify that.
No, you don't testify that. So this is what I'm going to do. Screen share. The word here, nafs, spirit, soul. Spirit, soul. So I'm utilizing the correct terminology. I'm thinking to myself, am I trying to trick him to use wrong words? No, I'm utilizing the right words. Clearly I am.
We do not have any evidence that Allah is spirit or Allah is soul.
Okay, does he have a nafs?
Allah is a nafs. Where's the evidence for that?
Where's the evidence for that? Then I read him the Quran.
Because what are you doing?
Like he doesn't know that Allah has a nafs. I wonder, I don't know.
You're trying to look at Allah as a human being, as a person. Allah says in the Quran, there's nothing like unto Allah. Yes, and that excludes everything that you define of a human being. The reason you're doing this kalam is because you probably come from the same background as the Christians do. So when they look at God, they exist as a human being in the form of Jesus Christ. Okay. So this is God coming down, incarnating as a man, and that's the only way they can relate to God.
You're saying that Allah has no nafs. Okay, so I'm going to go to Quran 6 verse 12. Yeah? Say to whom belongs whatever is.
You see, and I pull up Quran for them. Like, I'm thinking to myself, you can't go wrong if you pull up Quran for them, right?
Say to Allah.
But let's quickly fast forward to see his response.
What is nafs? Define nafs. Define nafs here.
Nafs means your personal, yourself, your spirit. Has various different meanings.
Okay, your personhood. There you go. Personal identity. Yourself. There you go. Your spirit or your whatever the else I said. It's all there. Like, I'm utilizing, Arabic definition. Like, I don't understand.
Okay, go ahead. So when he says Allah himself, yes, what you're doing is you're not talking about I think you're talking about the consciousness. Isn't that what you're talking about? The nafs.
Tell me what I'm talking about.
Because that's what you are somehow trying to say, that the spirit is also nafs. The spirit is not the nafs.
The spirit is not the nafs, but yet we see right here, definition, nafs, spirit, nafs. I don't get it, man. Is it me? I really wonder, is it me, man? This upsets me at times, like, because some people will tell me, no, Kalam, you're wrong. But I'm like, fam, like, help me, innit? Like, where am I wrong? Don't just tell me that I'm wrong. Like, prove to me where I'm wrong. Anytime that I speak here, I direct my audience here to citations, to evidence, to sources. Don't just palm me off, bruv, and tell me that I'm wrong. Don't do it to me, man.
Yes. The nafs here is your will, for example.
The nafs here is your will. Shut up, man. This is what annoys me to hell, bruv. Because you be saying this to people, that don't know Islam and don't know Arabic, and to make them think that nafs and will is synonymous. Where you getting that from?
I've got loads of quotes here that Allah talks about his nafs.
Yeah. So when you say nafs,
are you going to say that Allah has no nafs?
No, because the nafs that
does Allah have a nafs? Yes or no?
Hold on. The nafs that you're talking about, you included spirit in that, soul in that. Am I right?
Spirit or soul?
Yes.
Because you can translate.
Because that is not nafs.
Okay.
Allah has a will. That is what you want to ask.
Does Allah have nafs? Yes or no?
Allah has a will.
Does Allah have a nafs? Yes or no?
If it's will, yes.
Does Allah have a nafs?
I just told you.
Yes or no?
Just like I said, I didn't answer the way you want. Yes or no? Okay. Then the word nafs here, if that is what, if you're talking about the will, then Allah has a will.
Okay, so there is first.
And by the way, in Christianity, God.
Come on, man. Nah, man. I'm upset, man. I don't even want to see no more. I really don't even want to see no more. I don't want to see anymore at all, man, because I'm reading comments here. Nah, real talks here. I'm actually reading comments here, and I'm like, okay, I want to learn. Like, and so far, I have not seen where I've gone wrong, not once yet. I've not seen where I've gone wrong. So my Christian brothers, yeah, I beg you, lot, come on and help me and say, Kalam, you're wrong here. Or my Muslim brothers, come on and tell me I'm wrong there. Like, I need your help, you know, because I'm humble. Trust me, you don't even realize, yeah, I am very humble. My innate nature is not that of humbleness, you know. It's really not that of humbleness, but I do humble myself, yeah, to be in the mood of receptive and being receptive to actually want to learn from others and to better myself. Because if I come to Speaker's Corner or any environment here and be there like, I know it all, I'm the smartest man in the room, like there's no, like, my cup is already filled. My cup is already filled. I'm not trying to come anywhere with my cup filled. I want my cup to be semi-empty and you lot just fill me in. Yeah, Munir, Ziad, yeah, come in, bruv. Like, please. I've sent you the link, okay? If you need to get in contact with me, this is what you need to do, yeah? Email me, okay? Because sometimes it doesn't work. Email me at kalam@live.co.uk. There you go, at live.co.uk. There you go. There, yeah. Email me. And if you can't do that, okay, you can't get through, if you can't email me, just drop your email in there, okay? Right now, you could do it real quickly. I will copy it and add you into the chat, okay? And then you could delete it afterwards if that's what's necessary. All right. Just simply post your email in there and I can add you into the chat that way. All right. If it's not letting you, go to my email and email me. I've got my phone right here. I'm going to check my emails. Okay. So go there, email me so I can see what you guys have to say. Okay. Okay, cool. So please, you know, help me out. Like, help me out. Please help me out. I'm checking my emails. There's no emails. Or as I said, please just like drop your email. Drop your email. And I would prefer like Muslims or Christians come in and help me. But anybody can come in and help me, to be honest with you. But at least you lot know your scriptures, or you lot should know your scriptures better than anybody else. Kalam, so this so-called being outside the universe doesn't occupy space, doesn't have a soul, not present. All right, cool. Man, like Sarah was good, my brother. Talk to me, King, or you just listening in?
Peace. Yeah, I was watching, man. I was watching, and no, I see your frustrations, bro. I see your frustrations. You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna weigh in if I can. You know what I mean?
Bruv, like I'm mad frustrated, bruv, because a few people said this to me, and I'm like, okay, I'm rewatching it, and I'm trying to see like, Carl, like, where did you go wrong, G? And I couldn't find it, and I'm thinking to myself, am I being biased? And I want to find where I'm wrong. So if you watch the debate and you think I went wrong somewhere, I'm humbled to listen to you.
Myself, I watched it. I did watch it, and the way you're fact checking the whole thing, this is not the first time you've had to fact check a conversation that you've had with some of the Muslims down at Speaker's Corner. And I just find it very let's just say the word interesting, right? That you can stand in front of them and give them your argument, and to us on the outside looking in, it seems like they're lying after the fact check. Do you get what I'm saying? So the fact that you have to come into your house, go into your hadith, go into this meaning and fact check it, kind of makes me think that either one, they know they're lying to you, two, they're ignorant of their own religion. That's what I think. Do you know what I mean? The fact that you've got to go home and do a video to round up, to kind of let people know exactly what you were talking about, because they seem very convincing to me. They are very convincing when they lie to you. This is what it seems like to me. Or they're very convincing in their ignorance. It's one of the two. I just think either they're ignorant of their religion, or they are lying to you and they know they're lying to you. And so, you know me, I've had dealings with a few Muslims at Speaker's Corner, and I've had to be in situations where I'm looking in somebody's face and I'm thinking to myself, but I know you're lying to me though. You know, like, you know, in that conversation you were talking sense. You know that you had the facts backing you. You may not have had them there on your phone. you know what I mean, ready to pull up, but you knew what you were talking about, you know. And I've been in the same position with Muslims at Speaker's Corner, where I'm thinking to myself, but I know what I'm talking about.
Hello?
But oh, hello, someone just joined.
Yeah.
But I'm thinking to myself, but you're trying to make a convincing argument to the people, even though I know you're lying or you're ignorant. One of the two. I'm not saying that everyone's a liar. I'm not saying everyone's a liar, but you're either ignorant to your own religion or you're lying to me. And bro, I understand the frustration. I'm not gonna lie to you, bro.
Trust me. We got brother Munir Ziad in. We're going to go to him real quickly. Somebody actually dropped something, which I think, you know, if this is a criticism, I'll have to say this is the fiercest criticism I've seen so far. And this is one of my faults that I can personally admit to. It says here, Kalam, let me actually quote who it's coming from, first of all. John McDermott says, Kalam, your train of thought wasn't allowed to flow. Hashim staggered your flow. 100%. Okay, 100%. And I don't want to blame Hashim for this, okay? But Hashim, this is like Hashim's, you know, most of the Muslims' tricks in the park, should I say. You know, once you're on a flow and about to say something, they now drop another question in, or they now try to, you know, talk over you, or they do something just to sidetrack the whole conversation, okay? And unfortunately, I'm going to say as a you know, a criticism of myself here, usually I'm very good at this. I'll tell you what I'm very good at is sticking to the point and not deviating. I'm sticking to this, and this alone I'm talking about. I'm not going left, I'm not going right, I'm not going south, I'm not going north. I'm just sticking to this point right here. And unfortunately, I didn't do that. And most probably because my guard was down, in the sense that I was having a discussion with him prior. You know, he was waiting for Godwin to actually come in to debate, and we were just talking and just conversating, like, you know, and talking about topics. And I was taking it more for discussion rather than a debate. So my guard wasn't up to be like, It's like, okay, let's flow with the conversation until, like, you know, the clip come on here to say, yup, you're in camera right now. So you know, it's my fault for not putting myself in the frame of mind of debating and sticking to one point and just finishing as a complete trail of thought. So you know, that's something I've looked back and I've reflected upon. I'm like, yo, make sure you never do that again. Make sure you never ever do that again. You know, and another thing is try to get timed debates, because a lot of times they really speak over you. So try to get a timed debate so someone can't speak over you. It'll be much more effective that way. So that's something I learned from having you know, that dialogue with that person. But anyways, I see you, Sarah, but did you want to say something? Because I wanted to get the brother Munir on, because you say he hasn't said anything yet.
No, I'm gonna say you were just saying this. It seemed like he was speaking over you, and I said from my experience is that it seems like a quote unquote tactic that is deployed when you are about to make a point to deviate from that point. And I actually made a video, whether you saw or not. Yeah, you did see, actually, when I spoke about the tactics deployed by certain people when they speak and talking over you when you're about to make a point. They attempt to deviate. I said, I'm not into conspiracies generally, but when I start seeing a pattern happen with a certain group of people, my mind starts to put two and two together. Do you know what I mean? And I'm like, well, are these people trained this way to have a debate that when you're about to make a point? Because to me, it seems like people like you, people like we don't have a quote unquote script that we actually, you know, we speak from. We don't have a script. However, the people or the Dawah team down at Speaker's Corner seem to have a script that they need to stick to. And their whole premise is, for me, stick to the script and keep them on the script. And when you go off script, like I do or like you do, they kind of get a little bit, I say, frantic and try to get you back on script. So that's kind of my observation.
Definitely agreed. All right, Munir, my brother Munir, please come in. Yeah, come in. Would definitely like to get you to weigh in on this. So your mic is muted. I know I did mute your mic. If you just click on mute.
Is it working?
Yeah, perfect.
Okay, thanks. I'm a little younger, so, you know, it's the first time on air, so, you know, let's just do this. So I know me and you addressed my comment last time, addressing how the attributes of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala basically shouldn't really be called as attributes as one part, rather descriptions of a whole. And I do realize that that's basically not it's basically rejected by Salafis, like in the videos. And as you and I both know, that's the traditional understanding is the one that every other school of thought hangs on to, and basically every Islamic philosopher ever has understood it as basically descriptions of one essence. But going on to the nafs, basically, I know I'm only 15, but I think I've paid attention a little bit to the Quran and the hadiths enough to know that basically when put it in context, and I think you know this as well, but I think you're playing devil's advocate, basically the nafs is nothing like that of which we can conceive of. I think you know that too. Basically, so yes, you were correct in saying that the nafs directly translates into soul or cell, which that we can understand it like, which I think you get too when put in the context of the Quran. And basically, I think, yeah, that's about it. And so I wanted to know what your thoughts on that was, if you actually knew that was the case, and if you're just going on along with the Salafi, trying to challenge the Salafi train of thought, what you were doing there.
Okay.
Is what I just wanted to know.
So just to get
Kalam.
correct.
Sorry, go on.
Yeah, just to get you correct. Yes, I do completely understand. Let me mute your mic actually. Sorry, so I apologize. Just unmute your mic when you're ready to talk again. But you're you're echoing. So yeah, I definitely do understand the oh, let me do this. This, there is the principles in here. There is actually about 4 principles in here that Muslims ascribe to. And definitely one of them is, Allah has no equivalencies, or there's nothing like unto Allah, and so forth and so forth. So yeah, I understand that principle. So Allah has hands, but not like the hands of humans, face, but not like the face of human beings. And the whole sort, spirit, or whatever the case is, but not like the spirit of human beings and so forth. So yeah, 100%. I understand, where you lot are coming from that perspective. And I'm just trying to get everybody to affirm exactly what the Quran is saying and what the Hadith is saying, to say that Allah has a nafs. And I think you would agree with me, as you quite rightly said, that Allah clearly does. Go ahead. What are you saying?
Just one more thing. The people like Hashim and the other loud Salafis, please, Muslim and non-Muslim brothers, these people do not really represent the academic side of the Islamic thought. Like, honestly, if you just pick up any book by an Islamic philosopher, any actual person who actually has credentials, and I know people might say, oh, that's the fallacy of, I forget what it's called, the appeal to basically credentials. Appeal to credentials.
Appeal to authority.
Appeal to authority. There you go.
Yeah.
And so basically, on that, basically actually go do the research. Go to the scripture. For one website, I would, or one person I would recommend, Osama Abdullah. He's online, and also I think lots of people in the audience know about the iJihad series recently started by Asadullah Ali. Works for the Yaqeen Institute. Now, we all know what's going on with Newman Ali Khan. I'm not going to say nothing, we get a little sus, Not going to really speak on that, We all know what's approved and disapproved of by Islam, We're not going to talk on it. But basically, make sure you're going to the right people, academics, before going to Speaker's Corner and listening to these guys yelling, basically.
Can I
awesome
speak on? I've had a few conversations with Muslims, right? And I've heard this argument about, Allah is nothing like his creation, or nothing like unto Allah. And it's very interesting to me that I had a conversation with a few Muslims, a couple on video, and I've said, if you speak about something that you have no comprehension of, the only thing you are going to do is do it a disservice by speaking about it. And so if Allah has a hand not unto like anybody else's hand, to use the word hand will do Allah a disservice. Because we understand what a hand we understand what a hand actually is. We understand what a shin is. We understand what a soul is. We understand what a mind is, and all this kind of stuff. When you start speaking about things and putting them into a human context, you anthropomorphize them and you may not want to. You may not actually want to, but you do it. And so my thing is, if you say Allah is unlike anything else, logically speaking, the only thing you should do is not speak about it.
Basically, here's where I disagree with you on that. So going into the linguistics of Arabic, I know Kalam. I'm not sure if you know too much Arabic. Do you know too little? I think you do, based off of the other streams. Basically, I think Kalam will understand that the Arabic language is complex to a level of which using hands necessarily. Now, to just say that Allah has abstract obviously would not work. And for the Arabs at the time, everyone has to somehow use, and it's just a matter of linguistics rather than just saying Allah has abstract thing, Allah has abstract thing. They're just used to represent they're just words used to represent realities. Just how I can call a cup flagagaba, but you know that it's a cup that you know it's a cup. But in this certain context, flagagaba is going to represent something that you don't necessarily understand, and logically you can't say that I'm not allowed to talk about it, because logically I don't see how that is necessarily.
The second you say, let me just ask you a question personally. The second you say Allah has a hand, are you doing Allah a disservice?
No, you are not, because you are using linguistics just as I can say Allah is great. I am not doing Allah a disservice by saying that Allah is great, even though His greatness is beyond what I understand of greatness. I have to use the language to represent an ideal that you'll process.
Okay, so with that, what I have heard also that runs also with this argument is that I've heard people say, "Oh, when I speak about Allah and I speak about the stuff in the Quran or either Hadith, they say you are using your limited human mind." This is the direct quote. They say you are using your limited human mind to try to understand something that is beyond your comprehension, right? So I've heard Muslims say this to me, and I'm like, hang on a minute. What else would I actually use to understand Allah?
Sarah, I would just like to apologize on behalf of other Muslims, because the Quran does directly tell you to use your mind and contemplate. I think you know that too. And so those Muslims would obviously be wrong in the sense of literally what the Quran is telling you. So there are some things that you are not able to comprehend, like the Quran tells you. Like there are some things, as in how great is Allah? Why was Allah creating humans? You know, why did Allah decide to use a pen rather than some kind of like PS4 controller or something of the sort? Those kinds of meaningless questions, that's when they would tell you that you are not able to understand, obviously. However, with other things, and I'm sure the things that you are bringing up are not ridiculous questions like why didn't Allah create a PS4 controller as the first creation? I'm sure there were actual logical questions, but those Muslims, they were probably just avoiding going into the question because they didn't know perhaps too much about the topic. Again, I'm myself a little bit uneducated. I'm still 15, don't know too much. You know, I'm still studying, still really going in through philosophers, etc. I was an agnostic 2 years ago, but you know, I'm still sort of evolving through, you know.
I mean, on a personal note, I find it amazing that you're on your journey and you're 15 and you're this articulate, and I will commend you for that. Do you know what I'm saying? So, I mean, I don't know where you're going to be in 10 years' time or even 5 years' time.
Thanks.
I'm going to give you time to develop. Do you know what I'm saying? And
thanks so much. Thanks.
These guys at Speaker's Corner, guys like Hashim, aren't 15 years old, you know? And these guys are in their 40s and their 50s, and they're speaking, okay, in a way that you're not speaking. You know what I'm saying? And so
right, and I understand that. And these people, you know, like, it's just like ISIS, you know, they're just like 50-year-old people who are just spouting nonsense that just does not correlate with any kind of Quranic or Hadith based outlook that is actually taken seriously by scholars. Like this whole age thing, and you know, people say don't listen to the young, but sometimes the young are just getting smarter and smarter each day. And so sometimes you actually have to go back and listen to alternative opinions, and some people who have actually just read it recently rather than someone who just read the Quran 10 years ago, you know?
Do you know what? Yeah, I am absolutely.
Kalam, go. That's you, bro.
Listen, I am absolutely amazed, yeah, at what type of audience members Titans TV actually brings in or draws into its community base. The reason why I'm saying this is, like, I have this brother here and I'm completely mind blown. Okay, I literally mind blown at the way he's able to articulate himself. I know, Raza, 1 second, my brother, just stay there. Yeah, I'm gonna get you in a minute. Yeah, I'm just live right now. And I, definitely, I'll send you the link, King. So I love this. I love this. Like, I'm not your father or nothing, but I'm literally got that feeling of a proud father listening to this young brother.
If I could just say one more thing, to my other young Muslim brothers, it's not just adults who, wake up in the middle of the night and just think, wow, I'm going to die one day. What if I'm wrong? This sort of spiritual journey, like, I'm pretty sure it was at 13. I went through the cycles of, like, William Lane Craig is the god of all humanity. He owns everything. He is the smartest human ever. And, like, sort of basically going through the stages of academia, actually realizing what's trustworthy, what's not, not scrapping any atheist argument just because they're atheists. Like, come on now. Kafir, you're not, nothing you say is valid, kafir, nothing. Like, come on now. Like, come on. And just sort of that kind of stuff like that. My experience myself, just eventually coming into my own, studying my past history, learning more about academia, because every day I'm learning more, and every day I'm learning, I am a little bit biased with my sources, but I'm learning to sort of eliminate that kind of bias and slowly look at more outlooks and more worldviews and develop my knowledge further, sort of. It's just a learning process.
Definitely. Quickly, Sarah, let me just quickly shout out another two individuals that are young, just like this brother. Another individual called Joe Haslam. Okay, he's 16 years old. And if you're in the comment section and you listen and you just read what he has to say, he's another Muslim as well, you just be completely mind blown. We've actually had him on the back with Saracen and a few other brothers. And it's like, wow, 16 years of age and you have such wisdom. I'm not even going to say knowledge, just wisdom itself. Another good brother as well is Ruslan, who is the ex-Muslim and proud. So he's a Christian brother. That's another guy. He's only 16 years old. And the type of things that they're coming out with, I'm like, wow, I wasn't that advanced at your age. I wasn't at that level at your age. So I can't wait to see what you will be like literally 5 years from now, 10 years from now. These individuals are literally the future. These are our future titans. That Titans TV is literally, this is why we was created, to literally bring in these individuals, nurture them, and help them to actually grow and expand in themselves to become the future titans, or to become titans in the here and the now. So I'm happy. I'm completely happy. So yeah, Sarah, sorry, let me get you back in, King.
Yeah, sorry, this is just like, this is a little bit off topic, but listening to what's his name? Munir. I just think it's crazy that somebody like Munir, and we may disagree philosophically. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but I mean, we can still find commonalities.
However, it doesn't seem like he's of the same vein as the person who you're making this video about, which is Hashim. Do you know what I mean? So it's like, you can at least kind of reason with this kind of person, and if things get to a point where you have to agree to disagree, then so be it. Agree to disagree. But
right, like, I do that with all the time, because, like, I'm in Florida right now. I'm, like, very Southern. I'm a conservative. I do that all the time with liberal friends, and especially girls, because girl liberals, not every girl is willing to be on the pro-life stance, sometimes you got to put on the liberal suit,
But Hashim, in the other instance, the person you're making the video about, is not the type of person to agree to disagree. He's the type of person to want to try, I'm going to prove you wrong. I'm going to prove you wrong. You're wrong. Kalam, you're wrong. You're wrong. You're wrong. Do you know what I'm saying? So it's just, I said, while we may disagree philosophically, it's a breath of fresh air to actually have a conversation with somebody who says they're a Muslim, but you can actually have a debate with them.
That's right. And let me get my brother Raza on right now as well. That's my Shia brother. Oh man, Haq Ya Ali.
Haq ya Ali, salamu alaikum to the whole panel. I was just watching the show. I was sitting with my missus. I was like, oh, Kalam's doing the show at this time, boy. He's tempting me right now. It's an interesting subject, and I'm liking discussion. So, salam to all the brothers, and wagwan, and salam to Sarah as well, still.
Wa alaikum assalam, brother.
Peace, family. Peace, Raza. Peace.
Cool, man. Cool. So, you man are talking about an interesting subject right now. So, Kalam, obviously, I know you lot have discussed about it a little bit. Just wanted to put in my two cents in quickly. Again, look, obviously, I'm not going to go too deep about the actual debate with brother Hashim and stuff, because in terms of the actual aspect of the nafs, bro, that probably requires a whole show, as Kalam, I'm sure you probably know. However, the topic that I can discuss a little bit is the aspect of definitely, if someone's got a good point, regardless of what side they come from, we have to listen to the point. Sometimes I feel like we just listen to refute. Those ones where when you're speaking, I'm just thinking of, oh, how can I refute this guy? Rather than actually just trying to take in what the brother's trying to say. So listen to what the guy is saying, no matter who it is, and actually just try and give a response. If you feel a response is given, there's nothing wrong with you having a discussion with me, Kalam, or Sarah, or the other brother here today, and him making a point and me saying, oh, bro, that's a good point, Inshallah, bro, I'll try to study and get back to you on that. It's not about always winning the discussion, bro, because that's the problem over there. Everyone just wants to win. And, win, but no matter if it means disrespecting the Prophet, no matter if it means if someone says, oh, the Prophet done this, and just to win the argument, so what? They want to concede the point and say, oh, if it comes down to he married a 9-year-old, they'll say, so what? If it comes down to the whole argument about the soul, oh, it means this. It's just literally just to win the argument. I think a lot of it comes down to ego, Kalam. Are you with me?
100% with you, and you know what, I'll have to salute you. You gave me a massive video. A massive video. Let me see if I can pull it up right now. Hold on.
And while you do that, Kalam, I'm going to say one thing here. In terms of exactly, I think I was just heard Sarah and things talking about this aspect of anthropomorphic. Now you see these verses here again. Kalam, you showed a book earlier on by Ibn Taymiyyah. You see, this is the problem, innit? The school that you're reading and the school that's getting represented there, again, I'm going to keep going back to, I'm going to be like a broken tape right now. It's going back to that same school. This is what you call the Salafi Wahhabi movement. It's their school that's getting represented. So when you're hearing all these mad things and you're reading their books, yeah, of course, you can discuss it from their angle and you can discuss with them, but it's only representing their school. And this is the kind of stuff that they say. So Sarah made a good point. He made a point about, there's verses in the Quran which mention stuff like, Allah has a hand or Allah has a face. These are those exact same verses that scholars, the vast majority of Islamic scholars, academic scholars and traditionalists have always interpreted and given an alternative interpretation. In terms of anthropomorphism, this is the exact problem, because most of those speakers and most of those people in Speaker's Corner are from the viewpoint, and they actually take those verses literally. It's what you call the literalist school. They actually subscribe to that view. So when you say, oh, Allah has hands, they're going to say, so what? So what if he does? And you're going to be like, how can Allah have hands? And they're going to be like, oh, so he does. So the whole argument's always going to be useless. And it's like the brother Munir was saying about using your intellect. Exactly. This is why scholars have always used their intellect. And we have traditions. Like, when they say, oh, you know what? I can't even do that today. My hands are tied. Allah's used metaphors in the Quran. And that's why he's always said to you, use your intellect. And we have traditions, especially in the Shia school, to actually talk about what each one of those verses mean. So the Prophet's family would explain each verse, and we're very against this anthropomorphic type of thing. And that's exactly what Kalam's looking at right now, because we've got some shows on Bayt al-Ghadir exactly related to Tawheed. We've actually got 3 shows, and we deal with the whole aspect of anthropomorphism, which school in Islam encourages it, and how traditional Islam has always discouraged it and actually negated it. So again, when the person says Allah has hands, of course, when Kalam says Allah has a soul, it's hard for them to suddenly say, oh, actually, I'm going to start doing interpretation now, because you're so anthropomorphic in all your other views. How come suddenly you're deciding to be all intellectual and use your intellect now? Do you see what I'm trying to say to you? Because the whole school's based on anthropomorphism. So yeah, man, all those verses, inshallah, we can have a discussion about what the hands mean, what the feet means, etc. We all have interpretations. So just a quick one about hands. That actually means Allah's power. My hands are tied today, meaning I can't do it. It's not in my power today. So scholars have always taken it for that. And we actually have narrations from the Prophet's family that have explained each one. So brothers,
Reza.
don't get put off by what you see in speakers. It's
Reza.
just a whole different hype there, man.
Reza, you see
Go.
the way you're speaking, right? Okay,
Go.
so Kalam will probably second me on this. Metaphoric speech, yeah, and allegorical speech is something that we as people who follow very quite African philosophies, right, understand, right? So we understand that things can be explained not literally, but with allegory and with metaphors. However, like you said, the people that are at Speaker's Corner, the Salafi Wahhabi movement, whatever you want to call them, are they're literalist. Do you get what I'm saying?
True.
They're literalist people. And so there is no room for movement. So if I say, or Kalam says, could that mean this? They'll be like, no, it means what it says.
Yeah.
It's like, if it means what it says, then Allah has a hand. And then they say, no, Allah can't have a hand because it's unlike anything else. And it's like, bro, but you said it's literal.
You know what it is? I'll tell you what it is. It's I get exactly. It's like this. Allah has a hand. Okay, so Allah does have a hand. Yeah, he does. But now they know that, oh, I'm going towards anthropomorphism. So their way out of it is to say, oh, but his hand's not like yours. But you're like, that doesn't negate his anthropomorphism. You've already accepted and affirmed the limb for him. Now, it doesn't matter if the hand doesn't look like mine. You've still given him a physical entity. So it's like, oh, but don't think of it like your hand. Okay, mate, I won't. I'll think of it like an elephant's hand. The point is still a hand.
Right. And that's my point. That's my point.
Exactly.
So those I'm telling you, brothers, now, those shows on our Bayt al-Qadir, we've got 3 shows and we go through this whole concept. So I want you lot to understand this anthropomorphism is a real issue in their school. And this is why they keep getting caught out, because it's anthropomorphic. And it's that same aspect of, literally literalist. You show a text to them and they have no aspect but to say, oh, is the sanad sahih? Is the chain of transmission correct? Yes. Oh, I have to accept it now. We don't have that in our school. In our school, even if the sanad is sahih of a tradition, we have room to look at the actual. So there's in Islamic sciences, Sarah and Kalam, and even Brother Munir might even know this. And for the viewers, we have 2 types of views of looking at traditions. You have what you call the sanad, meaning the chain. And then you have what you call the mutton, meaning the content. So meaning even if something's correct from a chain of transmission point of view, scholars would still look at the content and see, is this content compatible? Is this content realistic? Is this content possible? Because just because something's reached you from a chain perspective, it doesn't mean you have to now accept it. A quick example is, and I'm bringing this up because I've been reading about this recently. It's the whole, and obviously Sarah's here, so it might be good to hear from a Muslim, the whole aspect of, Prophet marrying someone who's young. I don't want to go into that deep because I know it's a bit of a hot topic, but I will tell you this, is that just because a chain has reached you, it doesn't mean you're like, oh, well, the chain's there, it's in Bukhari, I have to accept it now. Use your intellect.
Could I just say, speak on 3, okay, I have 3 things. First thing, I myself am Moroccan, and Sarah touched on African traditions of scholarship. Now, if you look into early Moroccan Islamic history, before Spaniard invasion, before Spaniard wars, and you could almost think of it as sort of like an African Islamic alliance in which the same philosophical sort of chain of thought was shared throughout northwestern and even sort of midwestern Africa, and sort of basically they were sort of looked at this. It's funny that you bring up literalism, because they sort of challenged literalism as itself. And it ties back to the Shias and basically what's going on with sects. I myself, I don't belong to a specific sect. I believe that each sect has sort of little bits of truth hidden within each of them. It's sort of like a Rasta view, but I'm not really Rasta. It's like a Rasta Islam kind of. And so basically, I myself, I'm a little undecided. I see how Shias, they sort of encompass that sort of Rasta view in which all these other sort of chains of schools of thought are sort of tracing themselves back to other Shia scholars. And so I sort of see that going on. And I'm not too educated on Shiaism because I go to a Sunni mosque and don't have too much time to read up on you guys' books. Trying to get a few PDFs, sort of trying to educate myself. But
you know what? I've just shared something. I've just shared something on our Google Hangouts. I've just shared. It's actually, Bob. I'm echoing.
Yeah, let me just mute out, Brother Mooney. 1 second, though, family. 1 second.
Go, Kalam, go.
I wanted to say about 10 minutes ago, actually, that we were going to close in 10 minutes time, and we're 1 minute away from that fact. I know we're not going to close down now, okay, because you lot are really...
I just come and shut down, bro. We ain't closing when I'm down, bro.
I know. So I'm going to try, okay, another 5 minutes, because I was trying to close it out at 2:30 on the dot now. Cool. Actually 2:30 now. So this is what I'm going to quickly do before all of that. I'm going to give you another 5 minutes of conversation. That means it's going to go on for another 10 minutes after that. So check it out, okay? Bayt al-Ghadir right here, okay? I haven't checked out the part 3 yet. I checked out the part, as you can see here, I've checked out the part 2.
What do you think of part 1 and 2, Kalam?
I've actually checked out the part 1 and 2, and it was fire. To be honest with you, I utilized I can't remember what it was, but I know I utilized one of the sources in there. I went and downloaded a book that brother Saeed Ali actually dropped. So I downloaded that straight away when I was reading there. I was driving to Speaker's Corner. I was screenshotting the screen while it was live. I was like, yep, I can't wait to get home. Jump to my computer. Literally, I was up till about 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock in the morning, just going through it. Okay, so it's heavy duty information that's being dropped on here. So Bayt al-Ghadir,
Can I just
please go and subscribe. One second.
Sorry.
And then also, I just want to quickly say that my brother dropped me the brother, what's his name? Mufti Abu Layth al-Maliki. And that was powerful. As you can see, afterwards, I started binge watching, bro. He's
an interesting guy, and he's an interesting guy.
And then you guess what? You know what's going to be real good? Yeah, this one right here.
Age of Aisha. I told you. That one's for Sarah. You know that.
Wait. On the Age of Aisha thing, look, like I've been reading up on it in Sahih al-Bukhari myself. Basically, I think you've heard this from other Muslim apologetics, but the Age of Aisha is contradicted in the hadiths to the point in which there's one hadith relaying basically her presence in a battle that would make her out to be 19 or around that sort of age range, and then you have the other Sahih al-Bukhari hadiths that tell her that she's 9. And so these kind of contradictions within Bukhari sort of demonstrate how you should not be putting this man on such a pedestal. I mean,
they will promote. Abu Layth makes a good point. Yeah, they will promote Bukhari rather than respect the Prophet. Meaning, they'll say don't let Bukhari's honor go down, but it doesn't matter if the Prophet's disrespected.
There you go. Now, real quickly though, because again, we've only got 3 minutes, which I'm going to extend to 8 minutes. Okay. I want to go to bed though. Okay, so family. So what I want to do is get brother Sarah on, and you lot just keep your mics muted. And I know my brother Munir is good at it. Just raise up your hand like that, and I'm good. Raza, if you want to speak, and Sarah, since you lot are not shown visibly, just mute your mics on and off to let me know that you want to speak. But bear in mind, we've only got 8 more minutes left on the show. Okay, so yeah, Sarah, go through, my brother.
Yeah, sorry, I just want to go back on what Munir said. He said he's like a Rastafarian Muslim, and I'm not gonna lie, it's the first time I've heard that kind of those two words in the same sentence. So yeah, that's an interesting concept, a Rastafarian Muslim. I say to Munir, you are 15 years old, right? You've got a long time on this earth left. Do you know what I mean? So continue your search, yeah.
And we meet up in 10 years.
And you never know, where you're gonna end up. So yeah, continue your search. But I think
I could be a 60-year-old atheist telling my ex-Muslim story and making thousands of dollars on the internet. You never know.
There you go. You could be. But yeah, I think I've said all I need to say, Kalam. So yeah, close the show. You got like 7 minutes left. So you lot talk.
All right. So now, real quickly, before I do all of that, okay, we got 7 more minutes left. I want to quickly say as well, if you guys are actually enjoying the show so far and enjoying, the information, we've got loads of, brothers, beautiful brothers on the platform here with us. We've got, of course, my brother Raza, Sarah, Garfi, and of course, Munir right now, my young, intellect. Ooh, it's Tiffany in the building. Wow, it's Tiffany. She's on the comment section. Hold on, family. You don't need to, ladies, go and subscribe to it's Tiffany's channel. If you might have seen her. She actually interviewed an atheist on our channel a long time ago, and it's received over 100,000 hits or views. Yeah, so please check out her channel. Okay, subscribe to her. She's she's been on here when we do trending topics. We have literally a ladies' night pop in. I hope we can have her back on to actually make sure we can promote her channel to the fullest, because she's now on YouTube. She's a YouTuber right now. Also, gonna give my quick shout outs to it's you. Who's that? Kiss Spence, baby. Yeah. And let me give a shout out as well to Answer, Chemo, Enoch, 11. What's good? Buckery in the building. Pence One. Pence One is on his job. Trust me. So there's a lot of brothers, of course. Abu Saeed is in here with us as well. So there's a lot of good brothers and sisters that are tuned in at this late hour of night where you lot should be sleeping, yeah, but you lot are here with us. So yeah, please, family, hit the like button. Okay, let us know that you actually enjoy what we're doing. Let us know that you support Titans TV, full stop. And real quickly again, yeah, this whole show was actually done so I can actually fact check myself. If you haven't seen, just quickly check out the last video. Okay, it was like a little fact checking that was going on. And I was trying to see where I was wrong, because people are telling me like, how, you're wrong. And I'm like, okay, I'm trying to figure out how I'm wrong, where I'm wrong. And then I ended up fact checking, my brother Hashim. But yeah, let me get Razza back on. Maybe he wants to go on to this real quickly. And
brothers, you can hear me, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah, cool. Kalam, can you hear me?
Yep, loud and clear.
Cool, yeah. Bro, what I was gonna say to you was, one thing. Number one, on the actual Google Hangouts, I've put a link down from one of our Orthodox scholars. He's from our famous Muhaddithin. His name is Sheikh Saduq Rahimullah. He's got a book, Kalam, on belief. And in that book, in the chapter that I've shared on the link, it actually mentions what each of these verses mean. So when it talks about the hands, the feet, the eyes, etc., he actually explains what each one means according to the Prophet's family. So he gives a clear meaning. So for all the brothers, the non-Muslims, the Muslims that want to check out a different understanding, and I would say the correct understanding of these verses, please do check that link, number one. Number two, Kalam again, bro, it's the same thing, bro. In terms of the whole, the rule, the whole essence of God, I think especially about the way we've been talking about the essence, it's becoming apparent that the Tawheed is a problem. It's becoming apparent that the people who say that the people of Tawheed and keep calling to Tawheed, if you actually look into it a bit deeper, their Tawheed is actually very similar to the Tawheed of the Christians. And I think when that's getting pointed out, they're getting a bit emotional over it. But the thing is, they've talked about Tawheed their whole lives. Now we're like, okay, let's talk about it then. And now we're talking about it. It's like, oh no, let's start doing acrobatics. So it's one of those ones, bro. Until people start studying what they're following, this will keep being the case. But inshallah, bro, we're here to learn and educate. So inshallah, bro, this is something that we look forward to. And inshallah, I should be coming to the park soon and we do this, innit?
Definitely. I'm going to go to my brother Munir. Salute to my brother Raza, man. Drop in that heat, trust me.
Two things. First thing on the that word, basically, I completely agree with you. Traditional scholarship, basically, it's not even an issue, really. Like, on an academic level, like, if these Salafi people are really genuine, I don't know what the problem is. Secondly, on the issue, I'm not an issue, but on sort of basically the speech of Kalam, I just want to sort of commend it, because this whole sense of brotherhood basically denoted, and I'm not going to say it originated from Islam, because that would be just it's weird, but the influence of Black Muslim movements on England and the United States in the past, and basically how that's had a sort of building up to this sort of community effect that's really present in the Black community, especially even here in America. The sort of sense of brotherhood and giving each other the respect that you would a brother. Really, really amazing. I'm really loving what you're doing here. And that's basically all I got to say, because, Mom's telling me to go to bed, so I got to go do that,
All right. I love that. Mom's right. Just remember that, yeah. Mom is always right, even when she's wrong. Okay. Love you, mom. But yeah, literally got 1 minute left to go, and that means it is bedtime. It should be bedtime for everybody here. Let us know if you actually enjoyed the show. And just leave your comments. Okay. Just leave your comments. Let us know where we can improve or how we can improve. Me personally, I still want to know. So I'm even going to be speaking to my brother Raza off the air and asking him, you watched the video, let me know, help me out, critique me, because I actually want to better myself every single day. Okay. If I'm not learning, then I'm not growing. So if I'm not learning, I'm not growing, I'm being stagnant, and I'm soon to fade out and die. So I don't want that to happen. All right, family tree. I'm gonna go right now, but Raza, me and you, we're gonna kick it for a little bit. And if you guys would actually like to join us, okay, I'm gonna post. Hopefully, am I posting the link? Nope, that's not the link. Okay, I'm gonna post the link. Don't worry about that. I'm going to post the link for you guys. And if you lot can join us, please do come and join us, okay? Raza, do you want to say anything before I close it out?
My brother, as always, Kalam, thank you for giving me that time on your show. All the people listening, I appreciate it. All love to everyone. And inshallah, bro, hope to do more of many, inshallah, man.
Inshallah. All right, family. I'll see you guys on the other side. Peace, love, and, a little bit of Afro grease. All right, love, gone.